Roger Martin, you are the co-founder and CEO of Rockbox Fitness and co-founder of Beam Light Sauna, found on the web at realrogermartin.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Catherine. I appreciate it.
I appreciate this. We're pretty closely located, and we
Yeah.
have a similar background traveling around for corporate America. And today we're going to talk about business, and I'm excited to hear your perspective. I love being able to listen to other stories and be able to learn. And before we get started, I would love to know at a high level, can you talk about Rockbox Fitness and then also Beam Light Sauna? What do they do and how do they help?
Sure. They're both wellness brands. So Rockbox Fitness is a boxing for fitness group fitness concept. We have 53 locations across the nation. We founded here in Charlotte, North Carolina, but it's a mixture of boxing, kickboxing, and functional strength training, meaning you're going to burn a lot of calories on the boxing and kickboxing side, and you have an instructor that's calling the combinations that you do for that minute round or 2-minute round, whatever it may be. And then you do for the other half of class functional strength training. So you burn the stubborn fat, so to speak, on the boxing side, and then you build lean muscle on the functional strength side. And that's all set to curated playlists and color changing lighting. So it almost feels like a rock and roll concert on the hour every hour. We established that back in 2017. I built the first flagship location. There were 2 previous locations of a business partner that I had, but I built that were called something different. We rebranded those as Rockbox, and I built the flagship, and then we've grown ever since. And then the second brand, Beam Light Sauna, and by the way, so Rockbox is not, it's not for boxers, it's not for fighters, it's for the average everyday person looking to lose some weight, get in shape, but have fun doing it, and not just have to run on a treadmill for 30 minutes and just a boring workout. We've really solved the biggest problem of staying true and accountable to your fitness program, and that's by eliminating boredom. It's Rockbox is a really fun, engaging, immersive experience, and the members just love it. And then in 2021, met another person that had a single unit infrared sauna studio. An infrared sauna has been shown to be 7 times more detoxifying. It's certainly more enjoyable than a regular traditional sauna, but it's also better for you and has more benefits, skin health benefits, pain relief, of course, and it burns up to 600 calories per 40-minute session. And you can sit there and watch Netflix or enjoy your favorite podcast like this one, and your body's core temperature rises, which increases your metabolism, and you can burn up to 600 calories. And so we have, in the average Beam studio and we're spreading across the nation now. We've franchised over 200 licenses, and we'll have 40 units open by the end of this year and over 100 by the end of next year. And they're all 6 to 8 private suites for infrared sauna, and then we also have red light therapy, which helps with recovery, circulation, pain relief, and anti-aging. So that brand, Beam Light Sauna, is really focused on light therapy. We don't do IVs or cryotherapy or anything like that. It's all around the efficacy that light can give somebody when it's at the right wavelength, dialed in at the right intensity. It's pretty amazing the results people get.
Okay, how did wellness find you, or how did you find wellness?
Well, I'm a corporate refugee. After 25 years in corporate America, I decided that that was enough for me. I started my career in the pharmaceutical industry as a sales representative, and ended up working my way up the ladder and food chain, if you will, and moved my family 8 times in 14 years to arrive at the chief operating officer position at a company I'd worked for. I worked for about 4 different companies during that stint. And that business, and I take nothing away from the pharmaceutical industry, because it creates life-saving drugs, the drugs that people need, but it also creates a lot of drugs that treat people but never cure them, right? That's the best customer too. We're treating them, but they're never cured, so we keep selling them medicine. And that really wasn't true to my values. I certainly, again, don't take anything away from the life-saving medicines that a lot of companies can make, but what I found is I have always been passionate about health and fitness, and actually love combat sports and mixed martial arts and boxing. And so when I decided to leave the pharmaceutical industry, I wanted to get into something that was truly the cure, something that is the cure. Wellness, taking care of yourself, self-care, investing in yourself before you're sick. That's the cure. And this, fitness and wellness just rings true to my heart, my values, and it's what I've preached to my now they're grown children and anybody that listened to me. So I've always been passionate about it, but it was always what I did on the side. And when I left corporate America, I decided to build businesses around that feeling and that concept.
Do you feel that it attracts the people that you want to be around, or are you finding that wellness in today's world, you still get a lot of mixed emotions when you meet people and explain what you're doing?
No, I think it does attract. I think it more and more it's attracting people that realize that the real cure is to take care of yourself. Don't wait till you're sick. Our entire healthcare system is built on treating sick people. It's not on keeping people well. It's on treating sick people, and all the incentives for all of the parties involved, be it a doctor, a nurse, a hospital, a pharmaceutical company, a home health care agency, whatever. It's all the incentives are built on sick people and more people getting sick. And so people are starting to see that, and that's coming to light. I think COVID I think COVID started to make people rethink a lot of things. There's a lot of bad things about COVID, but I believe that it also made people rethink their life and their longevity and living not just the length of their life, but the breadth of their life, the width of their life. So yeah, I'm finding that more and more people want to do something proactively about their health. Gen Z, I'm Gen X, but Gen Z, they're willing to disproportionately invest in in experiences and in their wellness, where maybe my generation not so much. So yeah, I've met some amazing people, and the members across the nation at Rockbox are, they're pursuing. They're at different parts, or I'm sorry, different. At a different stage in their timeline for their fitness journey. Everybody's at a different stage, but they're all on the same journey. And so what's cool is when you go to I was just in Boise, Idaho, and in Seattle in two Rockbox studios, just doing some training, helping the team there and the franchisees there. And I ended up teaching one of the classes in Boise. And I love it because you got a headset on and the music's crazy loud and the lights are flashing and stuff, and it's a good time. It's fun. People were hooting and hollering, and it doesn't feel like you're at a gym. So long-winded answer to your question, but we don't attract the people that want to put in headphones and do 3 sets of 10 and not talk to anybody. Rockbox really attracts people that want to be part of a community, want to come in and the instructors know their name and meet them, greet them by name before they cross the threshold. And it's just a much more boutique experience. So I think by the nature of the concept that we've built and developed, it attracts the avatar and the customer that we love working with and we love helping.
Tell me about the playlist, because that's part of the experience. How are you curating these playlists?
Yeah. So we've hired a company. We've worked with this company for a couple of years now, and they create curated playlists, meaning that, the music goes with the workouts. It has a certain energy about it, a certain feel to it. We use edited versions of the music too, so that it's family friendly, if you will. But all your favorite songs, and then they put that into a mix, kind of where one song rolls into the next, and it keeps the energy going. But what we do also is we let our franchisees, so a given location across the nation, and again we have over 50 open right now. We tell them, hey, get with your instructors and build, send us a list of about 35 to 40 songs, because they'll end up chopping those songs down some in this DJ mix they do, and send that to us, and then they'll work that in, those great songs that you love, they'll work that into a playlist, and then any instructor across the nation can go to the Rockbox section on this particular app, and then hit a particular playlist, and it plays, and it's an outstanding mix. So music really goes, and music evokes such feeling. One of my favorite sayings is music is how feelings sound. Music is how feelings sound. And so when you add in color adaptive light, which is lights that change color with the music and can go with the beat, and you've got a great driving, wonderful, just energetic playlist, and then an instructor who's on the mic, who's got that energy and is really hyping up the class and the workout. Again, you get to go to the studio, to the gym. You don't got to go. So many people, I gotta go to the gym. People at Rockbox, the members are, I get to go. It's like a concert, where you really enjoy the experience.
It sounds immersive, and I think that's what we need today, to immerse ourselves, our body, our mind, our soul into something, because there's so much fighting for our attention. I don't think it's healthy for our mental health for us just to keep doing what we're doing.
No, and the cell phones go in the cubbies, in the lockers. Like there's, when you come out, you've got your wraps on and your boxing gloves and a smile and maybe a bottle of water, but everything else we take care of. You can just, set your worries and stress at the door. It'll be waiting for you when you're done. But for the
it's
next,
not going anywhere.
Yeah, for the next 45 minutes, we're gonna have a good time in here, and we're gonna burn some calories and build some muscle and learn how to box and feel great about ourselves.
That is awesome. I love the energy that comes with it and the immersive, just getting away from everything. And before we hit record, I'm kind of curious. We were talking about this. How has your background in building businesses helped you grow these two national brands?
Yeah. And again, like I won't really, say a negative word about the pharma industry. I really don't want to say a negative thing about corporate America, because it helped me become who I am as a leader. It helped me become who I am as a business builder. Now, I will tell you, there's no substitution for walking away from that W-2 and then that paycheck, because what happens is you go from signing the back of a check to signing the front of a check, and you have payroll now, and you're the last to get paid. And so it's a very different feeling. But the leadership skills, the persuasion, influence skills, the marketing, the branding skills, the operational, SOPs and how to build systems, I learned that in corporate America. And so I was able to bring that to these businesses that we started from scratch and from the ground up, and apply that in a very systematic fashion. And so again, I found, I wouldn't say it's easy. I'll never say it's easy. It's harder than you think it's going to be, but so worth it. But I was able to, I'd come to a problem, and then I could draw upon my experience to say, okay, how did I solve this when I had a team of 50 people or so, and we were coming across this issue? Or how did I hire effectively? How did I performance manage effectively? Well, I can do the same thing in these businesses. So I've been able to apply all about that knowledge. I will say, Catherine, that I have my undergraduate, and I went back later and got my MBA, and that's great. But that teaches you how to run a Fortune 100 or maybe a Fortune 500 company, or run a division within that. It doesn't teach you how to start when you have nothing, no brand, no marketing, no customer acquisition center system, no operations, nothing. It doesn't teach you that. And so I learned at a right angle when I started these businesses, and I'm still learning, at a very steep curve, because there's just nothing like there's nothing like entrepreneurship, because you're jumping out of an airplane and then learning how to sew the parachute on the way down. That's entrepreneurship. And it sounds scary, because it kind of is, but man, is it exhilarating when you pull that chute and everything works and you glide softly to the ground. But I've been able to do that jump out of the plane time and time again, because I've started several businesses, others that we don't need to talk about on the show, but other businesses that are complementary to the businesses that I have. They all kind of dovetail together. I've just been able to pull from those previous experiences.
How do you find the need in the market? Because if you've started multiple businesses, you're obviously answering the need. So how do you find that need, or what does that creative process like for you?
Yep. So the one I'm working